Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from Barton Insurance Agency right here on Main Street, and with a guy that needs no introduction at all, Ben Barton. Hi, Ben.
Good morning, Abby.
Thank you for hosting us, as always. We love coming to see you.
Happy to have you here.
And what are some of the things happening in the insurance world? I mean, we were talking off camera that it's not really an industry that you're just seeing all these new products show up. You're not selling cell phones where it's looking for, new cases and chargers. It kind of stays status quo, but there are still things that are happening.
Things happen a lot, and we're really a reflection of the society. Mm-hmm. We're not trendsetters by any means.
Sure, you're a necessity.
We're a necessity. It's a dues-paying process. We all know that, and the changes that you just talked about are more or less economic changes, and we are in a inflationary period, and you have to expect that the goods and services that the insurance claims payments are paying for will reflect that. Mm-hmm. And that comes back to your premiums. And I'd like to just make sure that people understand it's not that the agency wants to have higher prices.
Sure.
We certainly do not. But we do know they're coming.
Yeah.
And if you've had a contractor at your house recently, you know that the cost of construction is not what it was 5 years ago, and never mind 10.
Yep.
So these are the things that get reflected in premiums, and you have to be anticipating that.
Give me an example.
The general public should be most concerned about liability. Liability limits need to be well beyond the state minimum limits of 50, meaning 25,000 per person, 50,000 per accident. In case there's a significant bodily injury in an accident that you've caused. That's liability.
Got it.
And that is nothing when you go into the intensive care room for 4 days.
Yes.
So preparation of the policy by the agent to make sure you have the proper liability limits is critical to your financial success and anxiety level should an accident occur.
And it's good to know that you're protected by that.
You're protected by your liability protection for bodily injury and property damage. And critically, you should have a personal umbrella policy to give you that catastrophic event that's very minimal in cost and gives you that peace of mind.
So if someone's watching and that makes them spark, I should check that. You need to give your insurance agent a call to make sure that you're covered beyond the minimum.
All of our clients that own homes are offered a personal umbrella liability protection part because the home is at risk. If you own things personally, everything personally is at risk. Mm-hmm. If your limits don't cover the exposure to the claim, it's going to come out of your house. You're going to be selling your house. You're going to be draining your retirement assets. You don't want to do that when the cost of an umbrella policy is $300 a year.
So don't
for two
wait.
cars and a house.
So you're saying don't wait until it's too late. Too late. If someone's watching and they're saying, I'm not sure what to do with my insurance policy right now, or I'm worried about it going up, is that someone that can call you and you can kind of navigate them through these waters?
That's absolutely right. We compare and contrast coverages. We want to make sure that the essential coverages are there, and companies are niche marketed companies these days. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of room for cost comparisons and making sure that you're either not overinsured or most importantly underinsured, mm-hmm. and have the proper coverage in place when you need it.
Yeah.
Because it's of no use if you don't have the right coverage. And that's my message to those who are surfing the net to find out what the lowest rate is on your insurance coverage, because you don't know what those terms are. You don't know what those coverage endorsements should be to make your coverage a 100% pie.
Cheaper doesn't always mean better.
You get what you pay for a lot of times, and the basic policy is not going to be what you need. Right.
And in insurance, it may be too late that you figured out that you weren't covered appropriately.
It's after the loss.
Right.
That's not when you want to find out if your coverage is fully up to date. Right.
Thank you for joining me for this first 5 minutes. We're going to be back next week. We'll talk about assessing your needs. What do you currently have, and is it right for you? And Ben Barton, thank you for hosting us.
Thank you, Abby.
When we come back, Kathy Raymond from the Lake Sunapee Region VNA will let you know how to get involved in this year's Women Who Make a Difference luncheon, with nominations still open. But first, please listen to these words from a business that helps underwrite the cost of your Yankee Chronicle. Buy local, because that's the way to support those that support your favorite events and activities.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.